How's it going, Shot?
It's not too bad. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I crossed the street, bought two sandwiches, and my intention was to have half a sandwich now, half a sandwich with my son, and leave the other sandwich for tomorrow.
Mhm.
Um and I cannot tell you how incredible the bread was. It was spectacular. It like elevated the sandwich in a way that like it took me off guard, sincerely. I felt like swept off my feet by this sandwich.
Right.
And it was nothing, it was no new ingredients. It was not like I went to and it wasn't necessarily a decadent sandwich. Regular turkey, cheese, lettuce, tomato was the first one. Second one was salami, cheese, lettuce, tomato.
Mhm.
Very straightforward, traditional New York subs.
Mhm.
But I felt like I fell in love again with sandwiches, you know? Um It it was magical, a night.
Uh-huh.
I I took a bite of the sandwich and I knew this was a different thing.
Uh-huh.
I told Gabby was sitting across from me. I offered to get her a sandwich. She
Mhm.
said she just wanted 2 rolls. She was gonna make her own sandwich. And when I came back, I put her rolls down. She was happy. I'm eating my sandwich and being like the loving partner that I am, I was like,
Mhm.
"Honey, I feel like you're making a mistake. Like you should be having a sandwich.
Mm.
I want to share this moment with you."
Mhm.
And she's like, "I can't. You put tomatoes on the sandwich, and I'm really looking forward to this tuna sandwich." I was like, "Honey, I love the tuna sandwiches you make. You
Right.
genuine. It's good. It's great. But this is special here. Like God sent these sandwiches to me, and there's
Right.
two of them. This is meant for us to share."
Uh-huh.
Um, I was gonna share the other half with my son. I love him, but no, this should be me and you. He's not old. His palate isn't ready to understand how good this is. Like I'll
Right.
I'll get him. I'll toast some shit for him later. Make him the tuna, okay? But me and you, we deserve this, okay? We've put in years of
Mhm.
work for moments like this. You should have the sandwich. And she's like, no. And then she watched me eat both sandwiches right in front of her. I
Uh-huh.
ate both of them. I ate the first one. I was like, that was the best sandwich I've had all year. Spectacular. Definitely the best sandwich I've ever had with just regular ingredients.
Right.
And I sat there and I watched like some TV show with her, and I couldn't get over how good the sandwich was and
Mhm.
that there was another one in the fridge. I was like, honey, I'm sorry. I gotta have this other sandwich. And I pulled it down. I was like, again, baby, you should really do this. And she's like, nah, I'm gonna do this tuna. And then she makes a tuna. She's like, it's good. I was like, see, we ain't in the same place. I'm having a euphoric experience right now. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And I ate the sandwich, spectacular, and I go across the street today to the sandwich place,
Mhm.
and the deli dude, he's not there. And I'm like, hey, where's the dude from last night? He's like, oh, he was just subbing in. That's not our regular guy. He was just helping me out. That's like my uncle or some shit. I was like, yo, you tell that man he is a legend. Like, I don't know what his history is. I don't know how many delis he's worked at. Um, but like he's a sensei with that machine back there. I need him to know like that was the best two sandwiches I've ever had in my life. And he said, like, I'll let him know. Like for real, it's beautiful, you know. And we just had like a whole moment, and he was like, "You want to order a sandwich?" I was like, "I do, like in my heart, but it's not gonna be that sandwich." And I feel
Mhm.
like I need some space, like I need distance
Right. Yeah, you need some
between
time.
whatever you make and this sandwich, because I'm gonna judge you against the sandwich that I know I've gotten from the store. Now I know the potentials here,
Mhm.
the ingredients, the maybe it's partly the temperature, the
Mhm.
machinery. The potential is here for this kitchen to create that piece of art, and I know it's not gonna happen because it's not him. So I don't want to like judge you negatively because you normally make a good sandwich, but it's not that. You know what I mean? I've had the Mona Lisa, and it's gone now, and I need you to let him know that while I might have only had that sandwich that day, it was appreciated, like from the heart. That was different. That hit. With that said, review the tape. You know what I mean? Maybe you could study from it, learn, become better. See what see what he's doing. How's he changing the game? It's sometimes, it's simple things, but whatever it
Not
was.
review the tape. I can't with you.
You can learn. You know what I mean? That's
Oh
how the
my
greats become
god.
greats. They study the
Mhm.
greats.
Yeah.
You had one of those here, and I know you couldn't see it while it was happening. You were focused on the counter, good businessman. But to your left, about 15 feet away, an artist was working during your shift. And y'all take him for granted. You probably got him back home playing dominoes, making sandwiches with regular butter knives when he was here making art, you know. $6 at a time. That was incredible. But yeah, I don't know like how I feel.
Uh-huh.
You know, uh I feel honored and blessed that I got to have two of these. That I was like frivolously in a good mood to buy my son a sandwich and myself a sandwich that we could share back to back days that I then like undid by eating them both myself. But like that my
Right.
heart was in the space to
Mhm.
create this magic. And it shows me, that being good leads to good.
Okay.
Um,
Well, wait, hold
by
on.
the same token,
Uh-huh.
I'm a little sad because I don't know if I'll ever get this again. I don't know if I'll ever have that sandwich. I've lived 39 years and I've only had a sandwich like this. Like I've had food create a moment like that maybe 4 or 5 times my whole life.
Well, it can't happen all the time, so all you can
Yeah,
do is value it and just know keep it close to you and know that it's possible, but if you have it all the time, you don't appreciate it.
yeah, that's fair.
So, that's what it's what you needed, but it can't be forever, and you have to know that going in. Did your son quick question, did your son know that there was supposed to be a sandwich for him?
No,
Okay, so you're not breaking his heart.
no, no. He was in bed and he's in like that teenager age where like he wakes up and eats a whole other meal every night.
Right.
So like
Yeah,
it
so
just
you were
happened. It's
planning
just
for that.
yes,
Okay.
I planned for that. Like he's gonna wake up, Gabby has to whip something together, or we usually have like leftovers. And we had
Mhm.
good leftovers. We had like chicken and mash, but like I know he enjoys my sandwiches. So I was
Mhm.
like, let me get two of these. You can have one with you can have half of them with me now. And then tomorrow morning I'll surprise him twice by like, you can wake up and have one in the morning for breakfast. It made his
Okay.
day, but it was too good for that. Like I was like, you ain't ready for this, my G.
That's
Um,
true. He's not really tasting anything. He's
yeah,
literally just shoving it into the back of his throat. Yes,
yeah,
I
and
get it.
it would have frustrated me because like I've given him shit that like I know is top tier, and he
Mhm.
doesn't say that it's bad. He says it's good. It's just that his good it sounds the same as like if I gave him like a Snicker. Like these are
Mhm.
not the same wavelength, my G.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like that would have hurt that like the his palate wouldn't have been ready to appreciate this thing. So I
Okay.
was like,
So yeah, you did the right thing then.
yeah, I feel fine with that. What I feel I underdid was I didn't sell my wife enough on this. I was like, I know
Well,
you're
you
allergic to tomatoes. I
okay,
think this was
wait. So
worth,
she's allergic to tomatoes.
yeah, this
Not
was
she
worth
doesn't
that.
like them. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, ain't no
Shop.
sandwich. I no, look.
It's
I
a light
know
allergy. She would have had like really, really like red lips. Like she would have looked a little plastic surgery for like 12 hours. Worth that.
that doesn't talk that's what you see. You don't know
Yeah.
how she feels.
Oh, I'm sure
She
it's some
might
pain for sure. I
yeah,
get that.
nothing ain't none of your especially with just plain ingredients, it's not even a fit. Look,
Shop.
when you have an allergy like that, even if it's like a simple thing, you kinda wanna waste it on something fancy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to, like, do a salmon, which I can't, closes up my throat, but if there it would rather I'd want it to be a fancier, like, salmon thing. I don't
But
want
like,
it to
what
be
makes it fancy? Like when Bansky was doing those paintings, he painted it on a wall in East New York, Brooklyn. Now that's a Bansky. You know what I mean? You don't know where it's gonna come from when it's beautiful. You know what I mean? When like somebody like
No, I get
sweats
it.
into their shirt and it looks like Jesus, and
I
now
get
like
it,
that's not
but I think, part of the issue might be is this is not the first time I've heard you, um, wax, what's the term? Wax uh,
Poetic.
rhapsodic, yeah, poetic or what something like that. Ras Yeah, that's it,
Yeah.
about a sandwich. Now, I understand that absolutely this was a higher
Yeah, no.
tier
This
for
was
you.
different.
This is different. This was different, but sandwiches are such a part of your brand that I can see where your wife was probably like, "Yes, I know, dear, I'm sure it is the world's
Yeah.
best sandwich, but I'm not gonna get hives just because you once again found the best sandwich at the same spot that you always like, you're not gonna convince everyone, and you can't hold that against her because it's not that you're the boy who cried wolf, but you talk about it a lot in a way that it's just like, "Nah." You know what
Um,
I mean?
I know, and it sucks. Like, that's what I'm saying. I feel bad. I as her partner, like, I feel like I've been a
And
good, like, husband.
what would you have done if you this actually what you didn't talk about sandwiches too much and she wasn't able and she tried it and it's still for her was just like, "Yeah, it's a sandwich." What would have what would you what happens if she just thinks it's plain? If she's just like, "Whatever."
Yeah,
What
admittedly, like, that would hurt.
Yeah, you know? So, no one's gonna this may be a thing that's for you and you alone. Think of it that way. Think of it
Yeah,
as the Lord put it in your hands because the Lord knew you would appreciate it best. In
yeah,
that circle, like, because you didn't even have to go like, why did you even get the extra sandwich? You know what I mean? Like, you were
yeah.
moving out of turn.
All of it. Even
Yeah,
it's not even like, keep in mind, like, I crossed the street for the sandwich. This was, like, the other sandwich guy. Like,
right.
everything about it was, like, a little, like,
So
counterculture
yes,
of what
so
I
there
do.
was it was placed in your hands, but a lot of things had to be moved around for that to happen because otherwise you would have missed it. So
Yeah,
it was a gift for you from you know, the whoever it be, the higher powers.
yeah.
We're like, you can't miss out on what is right next to you. But how do we get him down there to get it? It's not what he normally would do. And
Nah, that's
things fell
fair.
into place. And that's how, or what happens if, it is good and then your wife tastes it and she's like, this is great, and then just eats all of it. And you think you're being a good husband, but you've missed out on half of the
Mm.
sandwich. It's meant for you. It was meant for you.
Nah, you right.
Yeah. So you got to think of it that way. Like, I know you want to share it, but some things you don't have to share.
Yeah,
And
that's
some things
fair.
are that's your gift.
That's real. That's real. Imma take that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah, do that. Think of it that way.
Oh yeah. But Imma pour out some liquor later for, Osvaldo. I appreciated the work you did. Wherever you are in New York, you know what I mean? You find me, you got a free round of drinks forever. Okay?
Wow. Oh, wow.
Sincerely. Like,
Mhm.
that was high art right there.
Wow, that's great. It's so great when your kind of art makes it to you somehow.
Oh yeah, real talk. I felt like I just
Yeah.
discovered like Lupe Fiasco with sandwiches,
Right,
you know,
yeah, you
like
know what I mean? Like, that guy, he probably needs to hear that too. So now that he's going to hear that through him, you may be helping him. You know what I
yeah,
mean? In some way, you guys really needed to find each other.
real talk. That was beautiful. Yo, real shit. I don't even like what's wild is like it like I don't even know what his face looked like, yo. I feel hurt like in that, you know what I mean?
No, don't think
He took the
it's
whole
not.
order while looking at his like area. So I
Mhm.
just know the back of his head and the fitted hat. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need to know. You don't
Real
need to
talk.
because it's magic. It
Straight
was
up.
it was magic. You don't wanna look behind the curtain.
Yeah, nah, you're right. That was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Mhm.
Thank you for real. I feel settled now
Good. Good, good,
on that.
good.
Yeah, okay. Let's do this. Let's get into the news here. Parents welcome twins from embryos frozen 30 years ago, Sha. That's right.
Oh.
In April of 1992, Vanessa Williams saved the best for last, topped the billboards. Arkansas Governor Bill Clinton was running for the White House. Who's the Boss aired its final episodes. and the babies born to Rachel and Philip Ridgway a couple of weeks ago were frozen as embryos. That's right. On October 31st, Lydia and Timothy Ridgway were born from what may be the longest frozen embryos to ever result in a live birth, according to the National Embryo Donation Center. The previous known record was Molly Gibson, born in 2020, from an embryo that had been frozen nearly 27 years. Molly had taken a record from her sister Emma, who was born from an embryo that had been frozen 24 years. It's possible for an older frozen embryo to may have been used, although the U.S. Center for Disease and Control and Prevention tracks success rates and data, and it does not track how long an embryo has been frozen, but there is no evidence of an older one. But yeah, there's something mind-boggling about it, said Philip Ridgway, as he and his wife cradled their newborns. I was 5 years old when God gave life to Lydia and Timothy, and he's been preserving that life ever since. In a sense, they're our oldest children, even though they're our smallest, said Ridgways, who have four other kids, ages 8, 6, 3, and 2, all conceived through all not none of them conceived through IVF or donors. The embryos were created for an anonymous married couple using in vitro fertilization. The husband was in his early 50s, and they used a 34-year-old egg donor. The embryos were frozen on April 22nd of 1992.
Hold on now. Wait, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just starting to do the math. All right.
There's a lot going on here, Sha.
Okay. So a couple just had twins from frozen embryos. They were
Hmm.
frozen 30 years ago. Am
Yep,
I
yep.
doing that right? Okay.
It's not their baby.
It's not though they're not
Genetically
genetically not their baby.
correct.
So back in 92,
Yep.
an anonymous married couple froze and had embryos frozen.
Hmm.
And the couple, all right, let's see here. Oh, so the couple who created them uh donated the embryos to the National Embryo Donation Center in Knoxville, Tennessee, in the hopes another couple might be able to use them.
Yep.
And then okay, so then they got 5 embryos sent to them, the Ridgways did, and then they did IVF, but they already have 4 kids of their own without donors or IVF. They already have 4 kids, and then
Right.
they use these frozen embryos and now have twins.
Hmm.
Huh. Okay. This is a lot. This is a lot. Right? This
Yo,
okay.
people weird, yo. This is different. I
Okay, so already okay. For the Ridgeways, I'm just glad because as I'm doing this math, other things are kind of becoming clear to me. Um, so I found this for the Ridgeways, building their family was always part of a larger calling. Ugh. We weren't we weren't looking to get the embryos. Mm. We weren't looking to get the embryos that have been frozen the longest in the world, Philip Ridgway said. We just wanted the ones that had been waiting the longest.
oh
When
yeah.
looking for donors, the Ridgways specifically asked the donation center about a category called special consideration, meaning it had been hard to find recipients for these embryos for whatever reason. Quote, going into this, we knew that we could trust God, there it is, to do whatever he had sovereignly planned and that their age really had no factor. It was just a matter of whether or not that was in God's plans, end quote. Rachel Ridgway said. That's what I needed. Okay. There it is.
I love that
Um,
God is making his way into in vitro. You know what
well,
I
I
mean?
mean, he might have made his way into those magical sandwiches of yours. Maybe that's the
Amen.
theme. Maybe
Let's
that's
do
it.
it, yo.
Huh. Okay. Cause I was just like, my first thought is, "Oh, wow, they kept those things on ice for a long time." But then I'm like, "Oh, wait, who is freezing eggs and then 30 years later, like, yeah, let's go on and use those? No one. That's long enough for you to not." And so that made me think. And then when I saw that they already had kids that they didn't use anything for, I was like, hold on, bells are ringing. Something's
Hell
happening.
yeah.
And I was like, I got to keep scrolling because there's more. There's got to be more. And there it is. It was God's will.
I love that like the kids could technically be like, we your age, my G. You know what I mean?
Right? I know. You got kids that really their spirit is the
Yeah,
same as old as the adults,
straight
if
up.
not older. Do you know what I mean? Those twins, when they start talking, they're gonna be saying 1992 shit.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
can you imagine they're gonna be like 3-year-olds, someone's gonna play them Nirvana, and they're gonna go, "We know this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we know
Vibing.
all of this. We know all of this."
They played this back at the lab, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah, exactly. Oh, wow.
Oh man. Yo, science is crazy, man.
Science is a little wild. Science is a little wild.
Oh man, that's a lot. This is something.
They really did go in looking for the ones that have been waiting the longest because I
Straight up.
guess they thought
Yo,
that God would want they've been waiting long enough, and they're the ones to
straight up, baby.
I don't something about this don't sit right with me, but you know what? I'm gonna let it rock. I guess I have to. But ooh, boy, something about this don't sit right with me.
Yo.
Ooh, there's something about this I do not like, and I can't put it into words. But I'm a
Oh man.
I'm gonna put a pin in this one because I need to. I'm gonna need to come back to
Yo, fold the corner on this book. Oh yeah.
it.
We gotta check back in on this, man. See if
Yeah,
this
yeah,
was God
yeah,
wanted.
yeah. Because this don't. I don't know. There's just something about that decision and those the words and the. I don't know. I don't know. I can't stop tapping my hand on my table. I'm just like, I don't know about this one.
I can't
Ugh.
see it, but all the spidey senses, they're going
Yeah.
crazy right now, yo.
Yes. I'm like, I just keep bouncing my knee like this don't feel right.
What are the
Yeah.
odds that these people end up in the news again? High.
Uh,
High. Yeah.
very high.
We gonna hear about this family one more time.
Oh, for sure.
In other news, chicken prices are finally starting to fall. You can thank busy roosters. That's right, baby. Over the past year, as some meat prices have fallen, chicken prices have remained stubbornly high. Strong demand, supply issues, and even breeding problems were underperforming roosters.
Oh,
Kept the pressure on. That's right.
wow. Roosters, you gonna let them do you like that
Yo,
on
they putting the
CNN
business.
Business?
Yo, your business is out in the street, roosters.
Come on,
Okay, you
Roosters.
talking
Don't let
about
them
your
play
fuck
you
game
like
out there like
that.
that,
I
yo.
know. That
Come
ain't
on,
right.
B. Yo. In May of 2021, the poultry giant Tyson explained it was short on chickens because of disappointing results with the type of breeding rooster it had picked. We're changing out the male that, quite frankly, we made a bad decision on, said Donnie King, then Tyson's chief operating officer and group president of poultry. Then there was an unexpected decline in hatchings earlier that year because of the type of roosters it used. King, now the CEO, explained. Tyson wasn't the only one with the problem, noted Christine McCracken. Of course, guys want to make it be like, oh, it happens to all of us. If you look across the industry as a whole, there were productivity issues that challenged several operators. Since then, producers have gone back to to a more traditional bird. Bond prices are falling, roosters are fucking. Now, I mean, we getting chicken.
Let me just, if I can, just throw in here, which I feel like is something I'm gonna have to do every time I hear about Tyson chicken. is that that was the executive, remember, who
Mhm.
broke into some woman's house and fell asleep in her bed? That was Tyson's chief financial officer. So
Oh, yeah. I
let's
mean
not put it all on the roosters. I mean, if those roosters are hanging out with your former CFO, they all getting fucked up. You know what I mean?
why ain't these
Sperm
roosters
counts all
fucking?
up.
They
Yeah,
out,
like
alright? They at the clubs every night, you know what I mean? Drinking too much. Me and
yeah,
roosters, you know?
but they can't deliver. Now they just passed out in a hen house somewhere. So let's maybe not be quite so sassy, Tyson. Like,
Yo, real
let's
talk.
check your own house, is all I'm saying.
But the stories are starting to fit though, you know what I mean? Maybe that dude, that was the guy that was like trying to figure out the chicken situation. He's
And
so
now that
stressed, he's
he's
out drinking, he's falling asleep anywhere. He's like, I don't know how to get these chickens to fuck
oh,
more.
see, what I thought was he actually was taking the roosters out. They were all going out having a good time.
Smoozing them one at a time.
Well, that's why the roosters couldn't perform.
Mm.
And now that he's in trouble and he's not going out as much, the roosters are not going out because he's the one who could drive.
Yo,
So now the roosters have to get back on their game. And now they're fucking again. And now we got chickens for cheaper.
now this dude's out here drinking alone.
Is he?
You know what
I hope he's in a rehab of some sort.
I mean? Finally, Spencer Tunick gathers 2,500 volunteers for a mass naked photo shoot at the Bondi Beach. Around 2,500 people stripped off for a naked photo shoot at Australia's Bondi Beach on Saturday, designed to raise awareness of skin cancer. The crowd gathered to take part in the latest work by the U.S. photographic artist, pardon me, who is known for naked photo shoots at important landmarks around the world. We have an opportunity to raise awareness about skin checks, and I'm honored to come here, make my art, and just celebrate the body and protection, Tunick said at the beach in Sydney. One of the participants, Robin Linder, said she had been nervous about taking part. I was secretly terrified, and last night I have to confess I was thinking, what have I done? But it was great. Everyone was really had was a really good vibe, and everyone was really respectful, and it just felt really fun. Tunick's fourth project in Australia, following on from a 2010 shoot in which he gathered 5,500 people at Sydney's famous Opera House, was also mentioned. This is something that has caused issues, by the way, because his pictures require public nudity in very public places.
Mhm.
So in the past, a lot of these shots have been shut down almost the second he like shows up with his crew. But he's done this a lot.
Look, I mean, the photo is cool. I mean, just the behind the scenes of it, of just everybody, all of these naked people on the beach, and he's on a ladder getting ready to take the picture, and they have some of his other works, and it all looks fine. And I don't doubt that the vibe is very cool. My thing uh, is sunscreen available? Because if this is for a to benefit like skin cancer and things of that nature. And sure, I understand the statement of being naked. A lot of people naked in a public place. That definitely makes a statement. But also, is there sunscreen? And we're going to need more than usual
Real talk.
because we're naked.
Yo,
So
you got to talk the talk here, okay?
yeah,
You got to walk
yeah,
it
you
too now.
really, yeah. Like that was my main thought. Was just like, well, you got all these people naked on a beach where there's nothing but sun. Where's the sunscreen? And I'm sure it's gonna be a beautiful shot, but
Yeah.
also, like, where's the sunscreen? I don't know, that's all I can think. I really hope there was a lot of sunscreen.
Hey, I know somewhere in Coney Island there's a dude really mad he wasn't told about this shoot so he could come out with nutcrackers and make a killing. You know what I mean?
That's gonna change the vibe considerably, because he's also going to have to sell those nutcrackers while naked.
That'd be awesome if like that'd be like a new version of like Where's Waldo? Like find the nutcracker
Find
salesman.
the
Like
nutcracker guy.
who's
Well,
the
he's the
naked dude with the
full,
fucking
yeah,
cooler?
yeah, right.
Just ruining the theme of these shots. This is one blue cooler.
Right, exactly.
Oh man, I'm all about it.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I mean, do what you gotta do. But
Hey.
sunscreen, for the love of God, sunscreen. Please use it.
I also I also love when like I agree that this does raise awareness
Mhm.
for skin cancer. I genuinely think he just likes the way the pictures look and he had to figure out a loophole.
Right,
Um
yeah. There's gotta be a reason why. Like, and not even in, like, a freaky deaky way he likes them.
yeah,
I
I
think
just
it's
think he
just
thinks they look cool.
'cause, I mean, the shots, what I'm seeing, they do look cool, but
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
also like, "Come on, bro, we can't just keep having people out here for naked naked for nothing. You gotta throw somebody some money." Like, we need
It's
people to feel like they're doing a good thing. There's so many weird emotions wrapped up in it. You gotta give them more than just like, "I just like how it looks." Nah, cut a check to somebody.
Seriously, B. That's why I love the statement because it like feels like he's like solving it like as he goes. He's like, we have an opportunity to raise awareness about skin checks, and I'm honored to come here, make my art, and just celebrate the body and protection. Yeah, yeah, that too. Throw that in there and protection. You know what I mean? So yeah, I want to make sure we protection. Yeah, let's throw that. Which I'm saying it enough times.
Is
Protection.
that good? Yeah, we get
Cool.
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
All
cool.
right,
That's what I
cool. Now
mean.
everybody strip. Let's get these pictures, baby.
Okay, maybe not that way. Maybe let's not ask them that way.
Oh man. If you would like, uh I don't even know where I'm going with this one. Let's see. If you would like to participate in the next Spencer Tunick picture, all you gotta do is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you are Apple, Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. Uh, you don't see how this is helping skin cancer. Okay. 5 stars. You see the medical benefits of taking naked pictures and
But
how it helps
for skin cancer,
skin cancer. Okay.
again, we reiterate.
If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo at Gastor Almonte. With all that said, I am admittedly intrigued to pose in a Spencer Tunick Gastor Almonte. Um, can I be naked in Tim's? Like I'm almost naked, and they're like kind of flesh colored. You know what I mean?
No,
Nah. Okay.
you gotta be naked. You
You know
can't just
what? I'm doing my own photos now, naked in
oh,
Tim's.
boy.
Okay, in
Oh,
public
boy.
places. All right.
Great.
That's gonna be the
Wonderful.
new look. Okay, I'm gonna bring
That's gotta bring us 5 stars.
straight up right there,
Come
baby.
on. Gastor naked in Tim's
That's it, baby. Me and 2,500 other people. You gonna see
at Rockefeller Center at
straight
the
up
lighting of the tree.
Tim's and cheeks. Let's do it. uh, with new Tim's and cheek art director Shalewa Sharpe. You
Right,
know what I
fully
mean?
dressed, though, fully dressed.
Fully dressed. She's casting though. Okay.
Mhm. I'm just
Send pictures of your Tims and cheeks to
oh, no,
Shalewa.
not
She can
again.
decide. This has been a highly concerned with skincare episode of the War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace.